Okay. Seriously though, I know that I just spoke for like 20 minutes with some announcements and congratulations for those who achieved Emerald rank, those who achieved Success Club in April, those who went to Punta Cana with us last week. It was a blast. So that was then, and this is now. What we're going to do in May. I love the fact that today is May 1st. The first of the month is like fresh start, clean slate, let's go after it. I had somebody tell me today, I was 1 point away from hitting Success Club, and I hate that I waited so long to start doing the invite funnel. And I was like, hey, did you learn a lesson? Like, did that teach you anything? And hopefully what it taught that person is that they don't need to wait until the very last minute to hustle. That if they want to achieve Success Club, or if they want to move their business forward, then they have got to start now. So I'm telling you this, and you're hearing this not by coincidence, because I don't believe in coincidences, that it's May 1st, and it is a perfect time for you to show up every single day and just do your work, do your work, do your work. Do your work every single day. Show up, focus on that power hour first. Focus on making sure, you're posting 3 times a day, doing your workouts, drinking your shake, meeting new people. It is simple. And I'm going to walk you through getting to third base in your business. But you know what? Who in here is a baseball fan? Who in here knows baseball? Okay. Yeah, me too, because I was not a baseball player, but I know the game. I enjoy watching baseball, so let me walk you through this, okay? For those of you who are at Moxie Boot Camp, this is a rerun, but maybe you need it, or maybe you need to hear it again so you can teach other people about it. When you are trying to get to third base, there's a first step before you get to third base, which is adding to your team, okay? The first step is to actually be on a baseball team. Let's just be honest. The first thing is that you actually have to wear a jersey. Obviously, I'm not a baseball fan. Wear the uniform, wear the baseball outfit, be on a team, okay? That's what you're doing. You are a coach. You have said, yep, I'm signing up to be on the team. I am a part of this game. The next step beyond just being a part of the team is that you have to go to home plate. You have to walk to home plate, get that bat, straddle it out, put your feet in the sand, wobble it out, and get ready to swing. In the coach world, for you to even get to first, for you to get to home plate, for you to have the chance to hit the ball and run the bases, home plate is taking care of yourself. You cannot run the bases in your business if you're not taking care of yourself. Your business will implode, you will burn out, you will be emotionally drained, and you will look around and say, why isn't this working for me? And every single time I will call you out and I will say, girlfriend, it's because you're not taking care of yourself, because you let your ego get in the way. You were chasing a dream that was inflated because you weren't willing to grow. Growing internally and pushing past obstacles in your heart, in your life, in your head, in your fears, that is the hard work. Growing yourself is hard work. I'm talking about self-discipline to follow a program from start to finish. I'm talking about working out. Even if nobody knows you're doing it, working out, getting results, drinking your shake, even if it's 11:59 at night, showing up for yourself. I'm talking about posting at least 3 times a day, because waddle it out, because nobody's going to see that you are growing and excited and passionate and inspiring, or literally just human, and sometimes you can admit that you're struggling. Nobody's going to see that unless you talk about it. And it could be any social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, blogging, YouTube. You pick your platform, but the bigger you get your voice out there, the more influence you're going to have. And in order to develop into a leader, your job as a developing leader is to literally transfer belief into somebody else. So that means that you first have to believe, and then you have to use that power of belief to inspire somebody else to also believe that they can change their life. Do you see what I'm saying here? So to get to home plate, you've got to take care of yourself through the basics. You cannot run the bases until you have perfected the bases yourself. Perfected the basics. I say basics. Personal development. Don't skip that. You won't be growing if you skip that. Working out, drinking your shake, posting, talking to people. You can't hit the ball unless you talk to people. You can't be a hermit in this business if you can't help people unless you talk to people. All right? Unless you're working with people, unless you're willing to put yourself in front of people. That's home plate. Now you might be asking, all right, you've driven that point home, Laura. Let's move on. All right, got it. You got the basics? I like it. You're good to go. First base. This is running from home plate to first base is when you're talking to people, is when you're going through the invite funnel, when you're connecting with new people and going for the invite, okay? This is the invite. Going from home plate, you hit the ball, hit the ball, hit the ball. You're inviting people. You're building relationships with people. You're expanding your market. You're adding people to your list. That is first base. Congratulations. That's a part of running the bases in your business. Because eventually your goal is to get a home run. Go to second, go to third, get the home run. Get the run in your business. First base, talking to people. First base is doing the invite funnel. You can't skip that. You can't get to third base unless you build relationships with people. You can't. You can't. It's physics. Okay, next. Second base. Is this backwards? That's a shame. That's a shame. Okay, second base is when you are getting customers plugged into your challenge groups. What? That's amazing. So you're funneling people. You're connecting with people. You're liking and commenting on their posts. You're love bombing them constantly because you are a nice person. You are a kind person who cares about other people, and you're not selfish. You don't only want them to like and comment on your stuff. You want to like and comment on their stuff because you actually like people. You care about people, and people like to be liked. So go like and comment on 5 new people's stuff a day, add them to your list, and start inviting, like going down the funnel to build a connection with them. Once you start inviting them, a couple of them are going to help you get to second base. A couple of them are going to say, yeah, you know what? I am ready. I do want to be in your challenge group. I do want to, drink the Kool-Aid you're drinking because something's going on here and I like it. If people want results with their physical health, with their mental health, with their financial health, these second base is when you're getting people plugged into the groups that you are leading, specifically challenge groups, okay? This is when you're helping your customers get plugged in and get results. Not just plugged in, but you're helping them get results. It's not like you're herding cats or cattle and you're throwing them in a group and never talking to them again. It's not like you're just looking for the points, just looking for the commission. This is when you're actually serving your customers with customer service, loving on them, making sure that they're committed to the program, helping them meal plan, etc. This right here is your challenge group. Second base, challenge groups. Capiche? Next page. Next. Third base in your business. Third base in your business is when those customers have an awesome experience, or it's not necessarily anything you've done amazingly. Maybe you were just a mediocre coach in a challenge group. That happens. We're human. Don't put that much pressure on yourself. Maybe you were simply showing up every single day in your challenge group. Your challenge groups are kind of like, some people showing up, some people aren't showing up. That doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means that the personality of that month of those people in the group, they didn't really gel, or something, you could spice things up the next month. But the people who actually stuck to their program really did get results, because results are guaranteed. That's what I love about this. They drink the shake, they do the workout, they will get results. And no matter what you think about yourself, if that customer gets results, they are going to believe in Beachbody. So take the pressure off of yourself to be perfect. You don't have to be the perfect leader, the perfect coach. You don't have to know everything about nutrition. You don't have to have the most energetic challenge group. What you need to do is you need to get that customer results, because that's where they believe. That's when they can plug into your heart, your community, your passion to better yourself. They're going to be addicted to bettering themselves. And that's where you can tell them to help you with your next challenge group. Or you could say, hey, have you ever thought of being a coach? Because you would be great because blah, blah, blah. Second base to third base is when you take your customers, or take a person that you've been connecting with through social media, or face-to-face, or work, or church nursery, whatever. And third base is when you add people to your team. All right? This is very important in the business. But you cannot get to third base in your business until first you get to home plate. Home plate was the basics. Then first base is building that connection with prospects. Then second base is connecting those prospects with a challenge group, or with a solution, or with a program, or with Shakeology to get them results. And then you get to third base. Third base is when you have a coach on your team who's a builder. People ask me all the time, I just don't know how to get builders on my team. I know, you can never predict that, right? Like, some people do and some people don't. Don't take it personally. It just happens, because there's only 4 aces in a deck. You know what I mean? So if you're going through all these conversations with people, all these invites, all these connections, and liking 100,000 people, 4 people might say yes out of 100 invites. or I say invites. Let's just take off that pressure and just say connections. I don't want you guys to like go for the spammy invite, go for that actual like copy and pasted message. I want us to think about connecting with people. Because in order to build your team, which is going to increase your income, which is going to increase your rank, which might get you closer to that life goal that you have of financial freedom, of stability, of paying off debt, whatever it is, you cannot just jump from I signed up as a coach today, and tomorrow I am going to go and message 500 people on my Facebook and ask them to be a coach immediately. Could you do that? Sure. Have people done that before? Yes. Is there a high ratio of turnover? No. People might, if you invite 500 people tomorrow, you might get 4 yeses, and that's really exciting because 4 coaches is very, very exciting. But what you've done is the other 496 people that you spammed without building a relationship with them first, or building rapport, credibility, respect, trust, they're going to think you're salesy. They're going to think that you're just trying to sell them something, that you're just trying to get a quick fix. But that's not what we're about in Beachbody. That's not what Beachbody is about. Beachbody is about changing lives. We are not just about selling crap. Let me tell you that again. Beachbody is not just about selling something to get a dime in our bank account. This team, me, you, we are about changing lives through introducing them to a solution that will make them the healthiest person that they have ever been, that they will feel less brain fog, that they will jump out of their depression, that they will feel clarity, and they will be able to peel back their self-doubt to find purpose in their life again, that they will feel connected with a team of women who are actually wanting to do big things in their life, because warmth and drive and motivation and success is contagious, and so is positivity. That can change the course of somebody's life. So I want to tell you guys, third base is awesome, okay? Adding to your team is awesome. But I want us to do that by building connections, building rapport, developing our leadership and our credibility in our markets through posting value, through, through under-promising and over-delivering, all right? And you might be asking, okay, Laura, you only led me to third base, but I really would like to get to, home plate again. I would like to get the run. I would like to score. I would like to win the game. So from third base back to home plate, running the whole bases. Follow me here. Third base to home plate. That is when you take the new coach that you signed up and teach them how to run the bases themselves. That's it. That is it. Okay? Don't be scared to sign up coaches. Don't be scared to lead. Don't be scared like you're going to say something wrong, like you're going to do something wrong, like you're not going to be there for somebody. Just realize that once you get to home plate yourself, it's like leading by example. You've already done that. By the time you've signed up a coach, you've already run the bases, and all you have to do is say, okay, first step, let's take care of yourself. Let's make sure that you're doing the basics, that you're growing yourself, filling yourself up. And then I'm going to teach you how to get to first base. And then I'm going to teach you how to get to second base. And then I'm going to teach you how to get to third base. And then once you get to third base and add some coaches to your team, then we're going to figure out how we can train them again to get back to home, to first, to second, to third, to home, to first, to second, to third. So all we're doing as coaches is running the bases. All right, we're just going to do that over and over again. So the process of training a coach, the process of bringing people onto your team and teaching them how to lead challenge groups or talk to people or experience success themselves is through duplication. And you are going to be the perfect example of duplication, because you need to have that confidence in yourself. But by the time you've added a coach to your team, it's because you know what you're doing. It's not because you're an expert and you have complete confidence maybe in every area of your business. I've been a coach for 4 years, and I don't feel confident in every single area of my business. There's a lot of things and gaps and holes that I need to improve upon. However, because I've practiced almost every single day to show up, to try my best, to talk to new people, to work out, to drink a shake, to just overall get out of my own way in my mind, I know how to run the bases. I might stumble and fall, but the beauty of it is I know how to run the bases. And you do too. You know how to run the bases in this business. And so whatever your goals are, I hope that you're trying to focus on a summit goal, a goal by July 13th. That's kind of like the second quarter of the year ends. That's basically the second 12-week goal that we set as a team. Whatever your 12-week goal is, that the deadline is July 13th. I want you to focus on running the bases. And I'm talking about the basics. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be crazy branded. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's, but be you, be your personality. Remind yourself that you cannot get anywhere in your business until you get to home plate. And then you have to go to first base by connecting with people. And then you go to second base by getting your customers results. And then you get to third base by helping those customers see the potential in the business. And then you go back to home plate and help your team run the bases. Can I get a thumbs up if that makes sense to you guys? Okay. I want this to be simple. This is not rocket science. Do you know that the hardest part is getting to home plate? Once you sign up, once you have the uniform on, once you're a part of the team, the hardest part is showing up for home plate for yourself, because it takes a lot of self-discipline to pick up the bat and to swing. But once you get that momentum going, once you run the bases a couple of times, you're going to be like, oh, dang, this is pretty fun. I got this. And you can do it. And you can teach your team how to do it too. All right. This is a blast. So much so that every single one of you are going to be in Mexico with us next year. Ooh, ooh. So anyways, that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get to third base in your business. But more importantly, that's how you duplicate. And that is how you can simplify the business and have fun with it. I really do want you guys to enjoy this. I want you to have fun on this journey. So we have a couple of more minutes. If you would like, feel free to, I'm going to look through the chat. Feel free to unmute yourself or ask some questions in the chat box. I know I just talked for like 40 minutes, but please don't leave me hanging. You got to unmute yourself and ask me a question now about Success Club trip, about your goals, about Summit coming up. Lay it on me. If you are wondering something about your business and somebody else is wondering it too, what do you want in life? 28 people on this call. What's up? Moxie, you showed up. That's what I like to see. Don't chase money, chase souls. Yes. Are you going to chat with us about how things went with Carl? Yeah, I love this question. Guys, so Carl Deichler, the CEO of the company, I had a chance to meet with him at Summit, which made me like almost pee my pants, right? So that was really, really awesome. It was me and 3 other coaches with Craig Collier, our corporate mentor. I think you guys know some of their names: Ali Tessitore, Ruth Schroner, Amy Coppola, and myself. We met with Carl. He wanted to know our goals for Summit. He went around the table and he asked us where we were ranked, what our current Success Club points were. And that was really humbling to be like, hey, these are my goals. And it was kind of intimidating to prepare that in advance, to think, okay, if he asked me this, what am I boldly going to claim? Because you don't want to just say, oh, my goal is to be mediocre. Like, Carl is not a mediocre CEO. Carl Deichler is not somebody that I could just say, hey, my goal is to hit Success Club 5 every month, and I'll be really happy and fluffy inside. He's going to be like, do you want to help people? Do you want to achieve anything bigger in your life? And I knew he was going to push me and challenge me. So my husband and I, we set a ginormous goal. If you guys watched my live feed today, which you don't have to, but if you did, or you can watch it in the future, we were going to do something crazy, and we decided that it's time to really, 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 really hustle and get out of credit card debt. Because I'm human. We're human. And we got into some medical debt because my son has a lot of like medical things going on, and he had 4 surgeries in 3 years, and our insurance didn't cover it because it was coded the wrong way. We are not going to pursue, I don't know, a court case about it. Long story short, we have about $20,000 of credit card debt because of some medical stuff. And Nick and I were like, it's eating me alive. Like literally debt is putting so much weight on my shoulders that it makes me nauseous. I hate it. I feel like somebody else is controlling me. I feel like I'm in bondage. I have these lies going through my head that I'm in debt because I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not capable enough. I failed at this and I could have been better. Like all of these lies flood my mind because of financial stress. All right. This is some honest stuff for you. And I can't handle it anymore. Like I have got to get off of this ball and chain. So in the next 70 days, Nick and I have a goal to pay off $20,000 of debt. That's crazy. That's a lot. And that's basically increasing our paychecks by 66% in 70 days to be able to pay all that off. But I'm challenged to dream big. I'm challenged to believe that it's possible based on how many people I'm connecting with and how positive I'm hoping to grow. So that is kind of how I was preparing my conversation with Carl. And he was sharing with us his visions for the business and how he's excited because Shakeology residual orders are going to double by November. Beachbody On Demand memberships are going to double by November. But it's not going to happen just by twiddling our thumbs. It's going to happen because the leaders, you, me, all of us out there are the ones talking to people and really trying to end the trend of obesity, end the discouragement and the depression and the sicknesses and the deaths that happen every single year because of health, because of weight-related illnesses that are preventable. I mean, think about heart disease, think about cardiac disease, think about the symptoms that we see once they are actually harmful in people, but we could be on the front end of that and help people before they have the symptom that causes pain and agony and heartache and medical debt and even death. So he was just painting this picture for us and really offering crazy inspiration of like what we do matters tremendously. And if it's just by working out and drinking a shake, that's minor in how that can be a ripple effect of literally changing the course of somebody's life. So it was very empowering. It was really cool to have that opportunity. For my PD this morning, what can I do today to increase the value of my service to others? That's awesome, baby. My girls, Melissa, Cheryl, could you any questions? I'm really loving this group and being a coach. I really want to succeed, but I'm doubting myself because I do feel like I'm a salesperson. How do you get past that feeling? The people I've talked to, which were a lot, one signed up. That's amazing that one person signed up. I am a glass half full kind of person. Let me tell you something. I might talk to 50 people and I might get one yes. But those 50 people, if I'm continuing to be consistent, if I'm positive, if I'm growing, I'm not going to say they've ruined my life. I'm not going to say they've ruined my day. I don't need people to say yes to me. What I need is to show up every single day, do my power hour, and believe in the process. If you are literally doing the invite funnel, liking and commenting, connecting with new people, adding new people to your list, that process works. I get messages after messages after messages of people on other teams who say, Laura, because you taught me the simple process of connecting with people through 7 steps, they say, I just hit Success Club 16. I just hit Success Club 5. I just was able to inspire one new person to start on Shakeology. Okay, so don't overcomplicate it. Don't be discouraged. Take a deep breath and realize getting no's is a part of your initiation as a coach. So welcome to the club. If you are talking to people and you're getting a lot of objections and you're feeling discouraged, then let me tell you, welcome to being an entrepreneur, because you got to have some thick skin. You got to get thick skin if you really want to change your life. That's a part of home plate. A part of home plate, I told you, is the hardest part, is taking care of yourself, which means no matter what, if you talk to 100 people and they all say no, or if they don't message you back, it's a part of the process. You just have to learn to maybe post better, to talk to people behind the scenes better, to get better results yourself so you have transformation that speaks louder than words. Think in your head how you could always improve and just take it one day at a time. All right. Thanks, Chelsea. Anyways, That was more than a couple minutes, guys, that I said I was going to talk to you. Any other questions? I'm really excited about this month. I'm excited about what's going to happen. I know that, you know, second quarter is blowing up and you guys are doing amazing things. But life can happen and it's about to get busy because school's about to be letting out in the next couple of weeks. So you have to decide ahead of time how you're going to handle this, how you're going to proactively schedule out your time, how you're going to make sure that you're always at home plate, taking care of yourself so you can run the bases. Any other questions? Everybody feel good? You know what to do at least? All right, so if we all know what to do, then how about this? Let's peace out for tonight and go do it. Don't go to bed tonight without doing something to move your business forward, okay? All right, you guys rock. I'll see you on the flip side in Moxie. All right, until next week.